Hey, it's Chow. Back at it again with a leg day. Man, I have been loving squats, but almost to a fault. I took about a half year break from them, and now that I've started doing them again, I am completely addicted. There's really nothing quite like barbell squats. But I found myself doing them way too frequently and kind of getting ahead of myself. And as I entered this workout, as you can see, I'm taking a while to do my working sets because I'm very apprehensive, I'm nervous, and that's because my body wasn't feeling super up for it. So after really hyping myself up, I was able to get under that bar, but yeah, it was pretty difficult. Everything was feeling a bit tight, everything was feeling a bit fatigued. And, as you can tell from the title of this video, what I'll be touching on is as much advice for myself as it is for you guys. In my lifting career, I've had countless injuries that have resulted from my own stupidity, right? Kind of biting off more than I can chew. And, like for example, here I am. I'm really enjoying squats again, and I'm just hammering it. I think this is the third squat leg day that I've had within the past week. And if you've been lifting for a while, you and I both know that that is way too much frequency. And yeah, even 10 plus years in, I still make stupid mistakes like that because, I enjoy it. I mean, there's an addictive component to the gym, as we all know, seeing yourself get stronger, improving in a lift. It's very, very addictive. But if you keep hammering it over and over again and not allowing your body to rest, your body can only handle so much of that stress before it really starts to break down. And one of the most difficult things that I've battled in my lifting career is knowing when to step back a bit, right? Listening to my body and kind of saying, hey, I don't need to do this right now. I actually need to rest. But, I'm even stubborn against myself, that voice in my head. I won't listen to it sometimes. And that's what leads me to certain injuries. Like I've injured my shoulders, I've injured my hip, I've injured my lower back so many times because I kept pushing when I should have stopped. And it's this kind of obsession that is what leads you to become successful. I strongly believe in that, but at the same time, it can be destructive. If you keep pushing and pushing when your body is screaming for rest, you will inevitably burn out. And when you keep pushing beyond that burnout, that's when injuries happen. Trust me, guys, I'm speaking from years of experience, years of ups and downs. You want to listen to your body when it's saying to rest. So, here, even though I really wanted to push myself, I kept the weights lighter than I would have liked, and I kept the volume lower than I would have liked. And that was just to preserve my body, my motivation, and my energy. It's important to remind ourselves that success is a marathon and not a sprint. It's those small daily habits that build up over time. And I'm a strong believer that the gym can teach you so many lessons that can be applied to your overall life. And this one right here is no exception. You can easily get swept up into the daily grind. It can consume you, and it can be all you can think about, getting more money, getting better, improving. It's a good thing, but, like anything, there are limits. And if you keep pushing, something is going to give, whether that's your mental health, your physical health, something's going to give, right? Your relationships might become strained. And I think why it's so difficult for people like me or yourself that's watching to step away from this grind is because there's a degree of ego involved. And I've thought about this pretty extensively, but when I take a break from the gym, for example, I feel like I'm not being my best self, and I feel like I'm an inferior version to who I was the day prior. And no one wants to feel that way. You always want to feel better than yesterday. But the interesting thing is that the only way to become better than yesterday is to take these bouts of rest and allow yourself to recuperate. So if you've come to a point where you're feeling strained mentally, physically, financially, maybe it's at work or in relationships with other people, just rest, man. Just take some rest. Have a day where you don't do anything. Have a couple days where you don't do anything. And just allow yourself to be still. And I promise you, you'll come back even better.